Against Orlando City last night in the Leagues Cup, and goodness me, how this competition has suddenly taken a lot of significance. Lionel Messi would be starting. He plays for Inter Miami these days. There he is, the captain's armband. Jordi Alba has joined the gang as well, alongside Busquets and Messi as former Barca teammates. 7 minutes in, Robert Taylor finds Messi 1-0.
I mean, it's a beautiful run, a beautiful finish, but I tell you what, it's a great ball from Taylor.
Yep, these two have been working well together.
What? He wasn't doing this before Lionel arrived. I mean, look at this. He makes it look too easy, doesn't he?
10 minutes later, though, Orlando would get the equaliser. Raucho here with the finish.
And a decent strike. They worked it well down the left-hand side from the set play, and he just strikes through the back of the ball. Good goal.
Now, some controversy here. Messi would get a yellow card for the shoving match here with Cartagena. Not happy.
Not a yellow.
There we go. Look, pushing him out the way, Stevie.
Come on, that's not a yellow card.
Well, a yellow card would... Oh, sorry, there was no yellow card there. This was the yellow card.
Right. No, that is a yellow card, right?
Yeah, he's lost his temper and he hasn't got a kick out of the player. Somebody's wound him up. Yeah,
and it continues because then on the stroke of half-time, Orlando City wanted another yellow card here against Lionel Messi for the challenge just here, look, there.
Well, I'll be honest, if it wasn't Messi on the back of the shirt, that probably would have been given.
Yeah, you think that would have been a second yellow?
Oh, yeah.
Should have been a second yellow?
Absolutely. You can't do that.
The conversation will continue. Dan, do you agree, Robbo?
Yes, to a certain degree. I think he's got away with it, Lionel Messi.
3 minutes into the second half, Inter Miami with a chance to re-establish the lead as a penalty is awarded.
I don't like that, Robbo, would you?
The arm comes across. Does he make that much contact? I think he's going down rather easily, isn't he?
Yeah.
Venezuelan, of course.
Oh, there we go, his nonsense.
There we are.
Joseph Martinez then makes it 2-1. And then Jordi Alba comes on for his debut. And with 18 minutes to go, Inter Miami's place in the next round would be sealed as Lionel Messi gets his second, Miami's third. Lovely.
On his right foot as well.
Yeah, you would think that
someone might be picking him up.
Orlando would be aware of a guy called Lionel Messi, wouldn't you? He
yes.
Have a lot of space on his own in that, just what, 6-yard box?
To the 83rd minute we go. You just see a little challenge here as Busquets goes down.
Oh,
Messi
sorry.
not happy.
Sorry, you're not allowed to kick them because they've got a name in the game.
Very much so. So it finishes Inter Miami 3, Orlando City 1. Inter then safely through to the next round. Let's welcome in for more on this, shall we? Hercules Gomez joins us. Herc, let's start with the positives first, shall we? This Messi stuff is so much fun, isn't it?
It is. It really is. It seems like it's been scripted. It's a Hollywood movie. Everybody seems to be enjoying themselves. This is what Messi came for. Listen, nobody wanted to see a laboring Messi, a 36-year-old Messi who would suffer with the heat, suffer with his teammates, tactically, technically, the speed of play, etc. He just came from an off season. That's not been the case. He's running on all cylinders. The man is scoring goals for fun. He seems to be having a walk in the park with his buddies, Messi and friends, and just destroying MLS and Liga MX competition.
It's interesting, boys, isn't it? Like, from day one at PSG, you didn't feel like he quite fitted in or was quite enjoying the experience. It's quite the opposite here. You could see him smiling, happy, playing 90 minutes, getting involved.
Except when somebody was tackling him 2 or 3 times. He didn't look quite so happy then. But, yeah, he's enjoying the play. He's obviously getting on with his teammates. He scored, was it 5 goals in 3 games? Couldn't be going any better for him, really, could it?
It's kind of cool, isn't it, Stevie?
No, it's great to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, he's surprise, surprise, he's way better than anybody else on the field. And he's getting more time to play the game that he knows and loves. So I'm not surprised he's doing what he's doing. I'm not surprised he's scoring goals. As you said, though, the most important thing is, for anybody watching him, watching MLS, it's absolutely fantastic. Because this is a guy who's playing in a league that he's too good for. And whether it's Messi or anybody else, you see all the skills on show, so fantastic to watch.
If you were still managing the Revs, would you enjoy this, being added to the league?
As long as you weren't playing against them, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, listen, absolutely 100%, yeah. But I think what we saw from Orlando City was perfect. The only way you can play against him and Busquets and Alba and anybody else on the other side is to physically try and upset them.
Yeah, don't roll out the red carpet.
Correct, because you're not going to outplay them.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to outplay Busquets and Messi in the middle of the park. So you have to employ tactics either to stifle them, which is getting physically in and around them, but if you can't get close to them, just get numbers behind the ball. That's the only thing you can do.
Should he be sent off, though, Herc?
I mean, there's a arguable case for sure. I heard the highlights where everybody on the panel was mentioning that should have been his second yellow card. I agree. The problem is it says Messi on the back, and through the history of this game or any other sport, the superstars, they get that benefit of the doubt. The big teams, the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, whatever sport may be, it ends up going this way. Listen, there's no referee on this continent that's going to be the smart guy that's going to try being the protagonist and hand Messi a second yellow for something that's even dubious or a shadow of a doubt. That's not going to happen. We can make the case for the penalty. We can make the case for Messi being maybe sent off, if you will, but it's Messi. Nobody's going to do that. I don't see these referees doing that. Now, I would like to go back to what Stevie was saying about playing physical with Messi. I actually think the opposite. Like, when we've seen Messi at his best, it's angry Messi. Go back to Qatar in the 2022 World Cup against Netherlands. That's actually the last time Messi was booked before this game. That's the best version of Messi, a Messi who's invested emotionally. One of the main criticisms that Messi's had from his homeland back in Argentina is that he's been labeled sometimes as a pecho frío, that he doesn't care enough. Well, when he's been emotionally invested in the game, we've seen him at his best. I think it's the wrong route to take with Messi. You need to get him as disinterested in the game or being on the field as possible, not getting him, emotionally invested in what's going on.
Herc, how does the rest of the MLS feel about this? You speak to a lot of the fan bases. Are they enjoying this? Is everyone pulling now against Inter Miami? Where do they stand?
Yeah, I think we need to separate a few things here. And the first is what Leagues Cup is, and then what Major League Soccer is. This is great for Major League Soccer. This is great for CONCACAF and Leagues Cup. Obviously, it's good business. But in this tournament, there seems to be a narrative building that everything is going Inter Miami's way. Everything is going Messi's way. You look at the brackets, there's one heavily just favored bracket with the powerhouses. You have LAFC, you have León, you have Tigres, you have Rayados, you have America. And then the other side of the bracket, you have Inter Miami and the rest. You have a very easy avenue to what is the final if you're Inter Miami or Messi. You see the narrative starting that maybe now Messi's getting a few calls going his way. Inter Miami maybe getting a few things going their way. The first game versus Cruz Azul, 93rd minute, and guess what? A phantom call. It's a free kick for Messi. It lines up, game winner. You see it last night. Messi, a few dubious calls maybe go Inter's way. The penalty kick Joseph Martinez put away was not a penalty for my money. I don't know about you guys. Messi with a few calls that could have gone against him. If it's not Messi on the back of that jersey, maybe he's red carded. There seems to be a narrative coming too that things are going the way of Inter Miami and Messi. From the league perspective, this is exactly what you want. This is exactly what fans want. Nobody wants to see a Messi that's laboring, a Messi that's not happy, an Inter Miami that's what they were before Messi came, the worst team in the league. There seems to be this narrative amongst fans, pundits, and players that things happen to go the superstars' way in Major League Soccer. We saw it with David Beckham. We saw it with the LA Galaxy back in their days. Steve can attest to this. This is what happens in Major League Soccer, and you're going to have people that are for it, and then those players or coaches, like Stevie said, that if you're playing against them, well, you're not so happy with it.